As I said, Ed Kaplan, who's a graduate of 1965, did I get that right? In mechanical engineering, co-founder of Zebra Technologies. And he and his wife, Carol, gave us a wonderful gift of actually $11 million, and $10 million is a challenge. So we only get to keep his $10 million if we raise $10 million. Otherwise, we have to give it back to him. So we will not give it back to him. So we will raise the other 10. And so I'm calling on you, if you have an interest in helping IIT, we need some money. And by the way, we don't just count in millions. We count in hundred thousands, and 10,000s, and thousands. We count even in hundreds. We count in all denominations. So if you feel like you want to make a contribution, please do. Ed is passionate about what the building is not important. It's what's going to go on in that building that's important. I don't have enough time to tell you about some of the unique facets of what's going to happen in that building, but it is unique in the United States, I believe. And John Ronan of our architecture department is designing the building. It's going to be wonderful, and we hope to break ground in early 2016 for that. We have something called a presidential lecture series, and each year I and John Rowe, the former chair of our Board of Trustees, put together 3 lectures on a theme. So 2 years ago it was energy. Last year the theme was immigration. A lot of students participated in that. It was a wonderful activity. We had 2 outside experts come in for 2 lectures and one of our local faculty member to speak about it. This year we will highlight, as part of the 125th anniversary of IIT, starting as Armour Institute, we are going to highlight the 3 major innovations coming out from alumni or faculty of IIT that have literally changed the world. I don't think anybody can argue that these have changed the world. On November 10th, Marty Cooper will talk about telecommunications and the cell phone. Marty Cooper is called the father of the cell phone. He won the Draper Prize from the National Academy of Engineering as the person who made the things we hold in our hand an everyday event. He led the team at Motorola. He has his 2 degrees from IIT, bachelor's and master's. Marty's terrific. He's going to speak. He's a lively speaker. Gave a commencement talk a couple years ago. But we will be celebrating the cell phone, which IIT played a huge role in bringing to the market. The second one will be about magnetic recording. Marvin Cameras held all the important patents on commercialization of magnetic recording in the 40s and the 50s, and Marvin has passed away several years. He won the Medal of Technology, member of the National Academy of Engineering, faculty member and alumnus. But we will bring what I consider to be the world's expert, Mark Kreider from Carnegie Mellon, and he will speak sometime in March on magnetic recording and talk about Cameras' contributions and the future of future recording. It won't be magnetic, it'll be something else, but the future of recording. And the third is architecture, and you can all guess what the contribution of architecture was. It was Mies van der Rohe. And we will have a talk by Viola Retz, the current Dean of Architecture, who will talk about Mies's legacy, the father, basically, of urban architecture, glass and steel architecture. And that will happen also in March of next year. So we have 3 excellent programs for that. Let me show you some slides about my trips overseas. And I managed to visit many cities last year outside the United States. In China, we started that was actually 2012, the China Alumni Association. And Paul Mock is in here along with Victor Lowe. You see Provost Cram on the left and I'm in the center. And we are celebrating the formation in November of 2012 of the China Alumni Association. Last year, we were in Korea, in Seoul. We celebrated the Korean Alumni Association meeting. It's actually the Asian Alumni Association gathering there. Large group, some people who are here today in the audience were in there at that group in Seoul, Korea. We had a wonderful event. We had our the chairman of our Board of Trustees, Bud Wendorf. He's in the second row. His wife was wearing the blue address sitting right in front of him in the first row. And I have never known of a Board of Trustees chair to go overseas for an alumni event, to me, of any university. So to me, this was a wonderful thing for Bud to do. We had a great time there. Seoul and the Korean alumni treated us very well. Roughly the same time, we had a smaller meeting of the Japan Alumni Association. We have some people here. George is here, down here from the Japanese group, and we had a nice event there. And you know what? In Japan, there's this large needle. If you've been to Tokyo, you've seen this. Anybody seen that large needle? It's the highest structure in Tokyo. It was designed by an IIT graduated architect, and it was built. The chief builder was an IIT alum as well. So IIT alums did that in Tokyo. It was amazing. When I came into Tokyo, I saw this spire, and I thought, gee, that's really impressive. And then I found out that IIT people had done that in Japan. And India as well. We were there. We have a commencement. Every year we graduate approximately 40 master's students. They take the same courses as our students. They're beamed over online courses and live courses. And time differences are a difficulty sometimes, but the Indian students stay up late to get these. And we had a wonderful event there at the Indian commencement in Bangalore. Wonderful event. There are some people here from India as well. And Thailand and Bangkok. We had a nice dinner hosted by Dongchai Lamson, who you will hear from shortly, and that was great. My first visit to Thailand and Bangkok, wonderful time. Appreciate that. So they had me and the provost and some other people on the road, and we will continue to do this. We consider our alumni as one, whether they're living in the United States or they're living overseas. It's one group, not two sets, but one group. And we have regions. So we have an LA region, and we have a Thailand region, so on. So we can all share in being IIT family. This is a map of where our alumni are, and many where they're living now. This is not where they came from. We have many alumni from different countries that live in the United States. Many of you are living in the United States and came from a different country. But you can see that the red in India has a large number of alumni still residing in India, and in China you can see a large number, and Asia in general. The others are spread out a little more, and we're working hard to not decrease any numbers. We want to increase the number, but get more students from other parts of the world. And this year we have some from Brazil. You saw we had some from the Caribbean, students from the Caribbean, Mexico, Central America, South America. So we're working along there. And Africa, of course, we have a tradition there of bringing in students from Africa to us, and Europe. Now, it's a great pleasure for me to, well, this is just tells you where they're from, and you can see some of the numbers. I think, Alan, you said there were 90, we have students currently from 90 countries or 95, something like that. And I think in total we have alumni from 140 countries. So we're very, very global. So now it's a pleasure for me to announce the Award of Merit, which is an alumni award voted on by the Alumni Association. And this year it goes to Dongchai Lamson. And I'm honored to present this Award of Merit. And before I do that, I'd like to say a few words. First, I'd like to ask Kun Dongchai to come to the stage, and Andrea Berry as well. This award is named as part of our Alumni Awards ceremony, and it's usually given in April. Kung Dong Chai could not be here for that, but we knew he was coming to this, so we held off, and we can make the presentation in person to him here. It's presented to an individual whose achievements have strengthened IIT on an international scale. This year's recipient, Dong Chai Lam Sum, came to IIT after completing his undergraduate degree in chemical engineering, one of my people, in Thailand. He graduated from IIT with a master's degree in industrial engineering in 1970. Today, Kun Dong Chai is CEO of the Loxley Public Company, one of Thailand's largest business conglomerates with interests in technology, telecommunications, and the consumer electronics. There's an interesting story of why the company is called Loxley, and if he chooses, he can tell you why that is. But it is related to Robin Hood. I have had the pleasure of having dinner with Dong Chai all over the world. We had dinner in Beijing, dinner in Seoul, dinner in Bangkok, and tonight, dinner in Chicago. Kung Dong Chai was nominated for this award by the IIT Alumni Association's Thailand chapter, one of the most active chapters we have in our Alumni Association. He is being recognized for his career as a leader in the business world in Asia and for his work in making the Thai Alumni chapter one of our most active and productive chapters in the world. He also served as the president of the Asian Alumni Association from 2004 to 2005. Kung Dong Chai has mentored several alumni and works to bring them together, hosting events at home and overseas. He continues to hire IIT alumni at his company, Loxley, which we very much appreciate. Please join me in congratulating Dong Chai Lam Sum as the winner of the 2014 International Award of Merit.
Thank you, John. I was in IIT in the year 1970, but when I arrived today, it's my great pleasure to know that now IIT is really the international university. We have many students from all around the world. And I noticed that the alumni activities nowadays is very active, not only in state but internationally. In Asia, Dr. Watson formed the Asian Alumni Association about 20 years ago, and we have members from India, from China, from Japan, from Korea, Thailand, and we have meetings every 2 years, which every 2 years we meet friends, and that create the social relationship as a friends, but not only social relationship, it's also the business relationship, which I think very great benefit. And I have to thank the organized committee who organized this global alumni meeting, which I meet a lot of old friends and meet new friends, which I think that we share our appreciation. And thanks for the organization committee who create this wonderful function tonight. And John asked why my company name Loxley, which seems to be British. That's because we have the British partner, by the name Mr. Beatty, who came from Loxley, and they said that it's Loxley where Robin Hood was born. So they say Robin Hood of Loxley, or Loxley of Robin Hood, something like that. So once again, thank you very much, all alumni. Thanks for the organized committee who create this wonderful meeting today. Thank you.
That was a great event and a wonderful report by our president. This event would not have been possible without the generosity of several sponsors, many of whom I just called and said, you have to do this for IIT. And they said, sure, we will do it. So I'd like to call the gold, silver, bronze, and patron sponsors of the event and request them to come on stage and accept a token of our appreciation. Gold sponsors, Praful Kulkarni, Madhavan Nair, I think he could make it today. And by the way, he is a huge contributor to IIT's Innovation Center and a great alumni and a good friend of mine. SLK Software, Parth Amin. Unfortunately, he had to fly last night after attending our alumni board meeting. But he's been a big supporter of IIT, Parth Amin. And Atul Thakkar, who is with us. Atul. Silver sponsors, Adrian Nemchek, past director of the alumni board. He couldn't make it today, but he has given a lot to IIT and was instrumental in organizing the alumni board in 2006-2007 time period, revitalizing it. Daniel Chow and Tom Brisbane of Wildan. They are people I have worked with in the past. I just called them and I said, you have to support IIT, and just a couple of weeks before the event, they just sent their money right away. So thank you to Daniel Chow and Tom Brisbane. They couldn't make it today. Bronze sponsors, Farney Daniels, Michael Syme from the New York chapter. Joe Kraus of Kelly and Kraus. Where is Joe? I thought he was here today. He was in the morning, he had to leave. Sherry Littlejohn. I think she was here and she had to leave. Myself. Jeff Karp of Power Construction. He couldn't make it today. Jeff has been very active in the alumni board and giving a lot to IIT. Dawn Schutte of Threshold Acoustics. She is on the International Alumni Committee. She couldn't make it today. She had some emergency at home. Virgo Capital, Arun Prakash. Arun has been very active in the alumni board working with us, and he had some conflict in the evening, he couldn't come. And our patron sponsor is Manu Vora, Business Excellence. Manu. Thank you to each of you for making this possible and continuing the tradition of the host country's alumni and investing in helping these gatherings possible. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a long day, right? My name is Andrea Berry, and it's my pleasure to serve our alma mater as a trustee and chair of the Alumni Association Board of Directors. And what that really means is that I spent a lot of time on the phone and traveling to Chicago from Southern California to represent you, the alumni. I am proud to see that the students today shared their culture with us. Who says that kids studying STEM are not cool? What I saw up here was pretty cool tonight, wasn't it? I don't see some of my fellow alumni that I went to school with. Some of them are here and some aren't. But I actually danced on this same floor 30 years ago, so. No, I'm not going to do it again, okay? Tonight, I have to get a little fun in recognizing the people who helped make this organization run, many of whom I've gotten to know and rely upon over the years to get things done. Some I've met today for the very first time, but I am grateful for what they do in their region or in their country. There's a group of people in the audience this evening that I want to thank and recognize for all the potlucks, the pitch-ins, the happy hours, the business seminars and networking receptions, student send-off events, and too many others to list. Each year, our chapter networks help bring events to alumni all over the world. These dedicated volunteers provide the leadership necessary to make it all happen. Tonight, we have 8 of our 16 chapters worldwide represented. As I read your name, please come forward to be recognized. Yes, Mike, that means you have to come up to the stage again. Okay. Our stage space is limited, so that I ask that once we present you with your recognition that you exit the stage this way and wait until all your peers have been recognized for a brief photo. From India, and please, I have the phonetic pronunciation of your name, so if I botch it up, don't sue me, okay? From India, Tiruvengadam Ashok. Did I do that right? Is he here? He's not here. I met him. Oh, he's around. So did he leave? Oh, he didn't show up. Okay. All right. We'll give him a round of applause just for his participation. From Japan, we have Tetsuyuki Hirano. Is he here? Ah, yes. We met last night. Come up to the stage, please. Come to the stage, Mr. Hirano. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
From Chicago, the most explosive chapter, most recent explosive chapter, groups of chapters, Steve Nargang. Nice picture. Thanks, Steve. From Thailand, Pricha Pantun Sinchai. From Austin, Texas, Arun Prakash, who is not here right now. From New York, Mike Syme. Thank you. Mike is also an alumni board member, so thanks, Mike. From Washington, D.C., Randy Sullivan. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah, Photoshop. Right? From Seattle, Mike Waite, and he's not here right now. Please join me in a round of applause to recognize this group, please. They've done a lot of work. Now it's my pleasure to thank the Planning Committee for all the work over the past 2 years in helping pull all this together. This is our first global gathering, and it's not the last, that's for sure. Without their persistence, hard work, and personal connections, this gathering would not have happened. As I read your name, please come forward to be recognized. The chair, Raj Rajaram. Raj? Our co-chair, Joe Mulvey. Recognizing Perry Ermer and Don Schutte, they're not here currently. And Amy Lee Sagami. Amy, thank you. Give her more claps. Yeah. And the most popular guy on the stage again, Mike Syme. You're going to go this way, okay. And Manu Vora, thank you. Come up, please. And please, a big round of applause for the whole Global Gathering Committee. Thank you so much. And I'd like to ask Raj to come back up on the stage to close out the evening. He wants a straight name tag guy. Raj, I want to personally thank you myself. I was mentioning to someone this morning that when I first started on the alumni board, he actually talked about this event in 2014, seems so far away. And he's done nothing but persist and persist and persist and persist. And he put together a great committee, and he's worked so hard on this. So thank you very much for making us look good. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea.
Okay.
I'd like to request Katie Stetz to introduce the student groups who provided us the entertainment. Katie?
Good thing I brought my notes. So we saw the African Student Association. We have a few members of the Indian Student Association here tonight. We had one member of the Chinese Student Association. You saw her up here. And Gyarti Tawani was also another soloist. And I have to tell you that, again, a year ago when Raj called me and said, I need you to get some students to do this, and I thought, that's in a year? No problem. Well, thanks, Raj. But it was a lot of fun. But all I did was say, hey, who wants to perform? And I had these 5 groups that really just did it because I asked them to and because they know how important this event is and to meet alumni. So I thank you all for paying attention and watching them. They really worked hard, probably over the last 48 hours, longer than they thought they would work. And so I give them lots of credit because they pulled it all together and did a great job. So thank you for your time. And
Thank you, Katie, for the partnership with the committee in recruiting these great students and student ambassadors. When we had a couple of meetings with them, I said, you will not get an opportunity like this to meet alumni from around the world. So take advantage, find out everything they know, and if you need a job, if you think they can help you, ask for it. Don't be afraid. That's what alumni are here for, to help the students. So I want to thank the student groups who took this leadership and made this happen. This concludes the program for the evening. On the slide behind me here, in front of me here, you see the events for tomorrow. And at the University Tech Park, which has been the hub of innovation on campus for many years, we'll have our entrepreneurship panel tomorrow with Chris Kennedy, who's going to speak on how research universities can be an engine for the growth of the economy. He is a wonderful speaker, a member of the Kennedy family, and I hope you'll come and enjoy his speech. And then we have a wonderful panel of IIT's own entrepreneurs who have done great things in the world. And for those of you taking the shuttle back to campus, you will board on the west side of Herman Hall, and you'll be dropped off at the hotels that we have, Club Quarters and the Millennium Knickerbocker Hotel. And the shuttle will run in reverse tomorrow. So come tomorrow, enjoy, and we'll close tomorrow's evening with a wonderful boat ride on our Great Lake, Michigan. So please come early and stay late to enjoy the whole day and enjoy what we have put together for you. Thank you so much.
And I'm going to be singing a traditional Indian song, which is kind of a mix with, it's a classical song with a Western background, so it's a nice kind of fusion between both the worlds. So I'm going to end the evening with that. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. मोहे ऐसी लागी हो गई मैं मतवारी बल बल जाऊं अपने पिया को मैं जाऊं बारी बारी मोहे सुध बुध ना रही तन मन की ये तो जाने दुनिया सारी बेबस और लाचार फिरूं मैं हारी मैं दिल हारी मैं दिल हारी तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं तेरी जान की सदके में कुछ ऐसा कर जाऊं तूने क्या कर डाला मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं ओरी आज हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तूने क्या कर डाला मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं ओरी आज हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी जब हद से बढ़ जाए इश्क जुनू जब हद से बढ़ जाए हंसते हंसते आशिक सूली चढ़ जाए इश्क का जादू सर चढ़ कर बोले इश्क का जादू सर चढ़ कर बोले खूब लगा लो पहरे रस्ते रब बोले कहीं इश्क दी मर्जी है कहीं रब दी मर्जी कहीं इश्क दी मर्जी है कहीं रब दी मर्जी है तेरे बिन जीना जैसा हाँ खुद गर्जी है तूने क्या कर डाला मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं ओरी आज हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी हो 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 ए मैं रंग रंगीली दीवानी ए मैं रंग रंगीली दीवानी ए मैं अलबेली मैं मस्तानी गाऊं बजाऊं सबको रिझाऊं ए मैं दीन दरम से दिलहारी ए मैं दीवानी तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं तेरी जान की सदके में कुछ ऐसा कर जाऊं तूने क्या कर डाला मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं ओरी आज हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी
Presentations we just had. I think it's just wonderful to see all of these different cultures, different dances, different singing, all from our own students. I mean, what could be better than this, showing the true diversity of our population here, the true diversity of our university, and reflecting the true diversity of our alumni group also. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the 8th President of Illinois Institute of Technology, John Anderson.
Thank you, Alan. As you notice, even our upper administration is global. Alan did not grow up in the United States. He came from Scotland, and yesterday we wondered if it was going to be part of Great Britain or not, but I guess Scotland decided that it would remain part of Great Britain. So is that good or bad? I don't know. So good? All right. But I think it's great we have international flavor within the higher administration of IIT. And you heard about Darsh Wasan today, Vice President who came to us from India. So we're very proud of that heritage. I want to congratulate the entertainers tonight who provided such joy to us. I want to remind you that they're all full-time students. They study like you all studied when you were here. So they're not professionals, although sometimes they look like professionals in what they were doing. So I think they deserve a round of applause, all the entertainers from different countries. I also want to commend the Alumni Board. I'm not going to ask them to stand tonight because I asked them to stand this afternoon, and we'll do that twice. But the Alumni Board has just done a fantastic job of engaging, helping us engage the alumni community. Done a great deal for the university, more than they even know. And I want to thank the board, thank especially Andrea Berry, the chairman of the Alumni Board. They deserve a round of applause from all of us. It's been a really good day, and that's due in great part to the staff of Institutional Advancement, which has put these events on, and it's just been fantastic the way they've carried this out. I haven't seen a glitch yet. Maybe it'll occur tonight when I'm speaking, but I haven't seen one. And I just want to commend the staff from IA for doing just a fantastic job in planning, along with the Alumni Board, planning and then executing this event. So if there are any IA staff here, I'd like them to stand so we can, Betsy Hughes and group. Anybody here from IA? Yeah, there they are. They're hiding. They always like to huddle out of my eyesight, I guess. I don't know, in case something goes wrong, but nothing ever goes wrong, so there's no fear. Couple of things here. One is they always make me speak when dessert is served, and I think it's a message that maybe I don't need dessert. I want to say it's okay if my wife says that, but I take offense when other people do, so let's find a different spot for me to speak next time, except when dessert's sitting there. You should be eating, by the way. You should not be watching me. Secondly, as I learned a long time ago from technical conferences, an after-dinner talk is like bourbon after coffee. It's the wrong order. Bourbon after coffee puts you to sleep. Talks after dinner puts you to sleep. So I'll try not to do that, but this is the way it falls out, so we'll go with it. This is IIT. I was going to say we are IIT, maybe is a better way to say it. IIT is on the move. Great things are happening here. In my 7 years, I've just been totally impressed by the enthusiasm of the faculty and staff and the students and the alumni and even the civic community in and about Chicago that supported the university. There's a lot of good things to talk about at IIT. It's really been a wonderful time, and the best times are ahead of us. But let me just summarize some things that have happened here recently. And unfortunately, you have to look down here if you want to see these, but I'll talk about them if you don't. We have enrollment in 2013 of 7,850 students at the university, and a first to second year undergraduate retention of 92%, which is very high. That number used to be 70-some%. That 92% is a great number. And 37% of the enrollment is undergraduates. I should say that this year we're up to 78, 75. So we've gone past that a little bit. I'll make a comment about that in a second. But these are the highest enrollments since 1968. So things are going extremely well for us. The next slide shows that last fall we had 895 first-year students. This year it's 900 and some, and our goal is to be over 1,000 first-year undergraduates. Our purpose is to increase the number of undergraduates so that it balances the graduate students. We now have about 4,800 graduate students, and we would like to bring the undergraduate population up to 4,000 so there's more parity in what we're doing. I think it'd be a healthier mix of age of students if we can do that. In fall of 2014, that is right now, we have 2,917 full-time undergraduate students. Most of them live on campus. That's the highest number since 1949. And in 1949, that was post-war. A lot of GIs were back. There was just a sort of an anomalous increase in people going to college at that time. So we made great headway there. And this doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you're offering better programs. You're making a better experience for undergraduate and graduate students at the university, making this a place that they want to be. But also, you have to recruit. And we've done a great job. Our staff in recruiting undergraduate and graduate students has just done a remarkable job under the leadership of Alan Cram. So I think that all these pieces have been put together, and it's really a very bright spot for the university. Just a little more information about the students. Last year, almost 60% of the total graduate student population was international. I think it's about the same this year. And I think it's 25% this year of the total undergraduate students is international. So we maintain this very strong international composition of students. IIT was well ahead of the curve. As a matter of fact, it was considered, let's say, not so good or fashionable to have too many international students on your campus. Now, everybody wants more international students. It's really become a positive for a lot of reasons, and we were well out in front of that particular trend. Degrees, this should be an eye-opener. Last May, we awarded 2,537 degrees. It's a large number for the university. And you can see the number of bachelor's, master's, and law degrees and PhD degrees. So this makes us a very vibrant community at IIT. Now, what's new? We have a campaign. Campaign is a code word for we're going to ask you for money constantly until you say yes. Private schools, even public schools, depend on donations from alumni. There's no way you can get around it. No one pays the full cost of education. It takes money to run a university. It takes money to pay the teachers, build the physical plant that you have, maintain it, do all the compliance, have all the compliance issues and so on to run the place. We have a $250 million goal, which we must reach by the end of 2016. Right now, we are $178 million. Tremendous achievement so far, and we were going to make it to $250 million. In fact, and now is when I look at the IA people, we're going to blow through $250 million. Okay? We know we're going to do that. No way. The Kaplan Institute is the Innovation Center, and Ed and Carol Kaplan donated a significant amount of money to have that building named in their honor. And Ed Kaplan is passionate about teaching innovative processes, interdisciplinary work, tech entrepreneurship, those kinds of things. Passionate man about these things. He was a co-founder of Zebra Technologies, the world's largest barcode printing firm, and a real leader in that area. So we're doing that. 5,000 alumni have made a contribution. And if you're not one of those 5,000, or if you say, I'm going to make a second contribution, that's okay. We allow seconds and thirds in this particular operation. There you go. You got the website up there. Visibility. It's really important that IIT gets its name out there. And when I travel overseas, the the alumni and students who are from other countries want to know why don't they read more about IIT? Well, we're trying to do that. We're trying to get people out there, and we're trying to get stories out there. We're trying to get people out there. It's really important to have this happen. So we have various media outlets, and the stories that featured IIT last year mentioned us were over 1,000. So we're doing this. Visibility does not occur overnight. These are decade-long processes, but every year you must work hard at it and improve your visibility. This is where alumni play a great role in the university. One of the many areas alumni play a great role is to make the university visible by with the sweatshirt or T-shirt you wear, by talking about it, about the university. When I was at IIT, when you're at a party, or what I did, all these times you talk. It's about redundancy, repetition. All right? None of you know what happens at Harvard. I know some things about Harvard, but hardly any of you know. But you know it's a great university. Why? You hear about it all the time. Okay, so and it is a great university too. But we have to get IIT's name out, and we have to talk about it. Research. We are a research-oriented university. We believe that research, and by the way, I define research as creative endeavor. Research is not just a laboratory experiment or a mathematical endeavor or whatever. I even include dance, like we saw tonight, creating a dance as research, because you're creating something that did not exist before. So that's my definition of research. Every college, every discipline can do research, creating something that does not exist at the present time. And we have to do more of that. And some areas of research can generate money, more in the physical sciences and social sciences and engineering. And we've been looking at that, trying to raise more for our research, because it gives our students more opportunities to participate in that research activity. I myself have mentored many PhD students, many masters, many senior theses, and I've taught from freshman to senior level courses. And I can tell you that getting a student to work in a creative enterprise like that is the best teaching method that you can have. And research is extremely important, and we will continue it. This past year, counting the IIT Research Institute, we were at $55 million in new awards for research. That is much higher than we've been in the past, and we will continue to do that. But we will do research without minimizing or reducing our effort on education at all. You can do both. You can do them both extremely well, and we will push on both of them. The next slide is a great pleasure to me, and I want to call attention to Professor Provost Cram. He was elected this year to the National Academy of Engineering, the same organization that Darsh Wassan belongs to. And this was let me give you a number, roughly 0.02% of all engineers are members of get elected to the National Academy of Engineering. Very select group for his great work over the years in material science. He brings great visibility to the university by this election. IIT's name will be out there because of this election. So we should congratulate Provost Alan Cram. And as you will soon find out, the dues are high. Faculty. This year we have 29 new faculty members we've hired. That's a good turnover out of 446. It's actually kind of an average turnover. We don't have a large turnover of faculty, which is good. We have a modest turnover through retirements and people moving away. We have 23 endowed professors. An endowed professor is a professor that for which we have an endowed fund, a principal of money, roughly at least $1.5 million, where we draw the interest off that and help pay some of the salary of the professor and give the professor some discretionary funds to pursue activities, creative activities. So we have 23 of these on campus, and we want to get at least 7 more of those in the campaign. So we'll be working hard at that. 446 full-time faculty, and we have a very modest student-to-faculty ratio, especially at the undergraduate level. I think that's a real positive for the university. We can give students attention that you won't get at a big public university or even many private universities. Let me just highlight 2 recent hires, and I know one of these persons are sitting here. Dr. Christine Himes. Chris Himes is our new Dean of the Lewis College of Human Sciences, which is the humanities and social sciences and behavioral sciences. And she came to us from Syracuse, where she was chair and professor of sociology. Dean Himes, would you please stand? Good. And the second person is Joe Hakes. I don't know if Joe's here or not. I don't think he is. But Joe is our new athletic director, and he started in August. And you could see that he had been at Millikan University before coming here. People say, why do you put any effort into athletics? Well, athletics is not just varsity athletics. We don't have a football team, by the way, which is good. But it's also not just varsity, but it's intramural and recreational athletics. All these things are important, especially at a school like IIT that's so intensive in its curriculum that we need a way for students and even faculty and staff to let off a little steam and get together and do things. I'm a real advocate of the athletics program, all 3 of the things I mentioned, and Joe's going to do a great job for us. As I mentioned, we're doing things with facilities, and we have renovation of Engineering 1. Many of you remember Engineering 1, I'm sure. This is not a very exciting slide, but it shows you that we're doing something. You're not supposed to get anything out of the slide except we're doing something, okay? And that something costs $10 million, okay? So those colors are expensive that are on that slide. We had a gift from Mrs. Rattaliata, John Rattaliata's widow. John Rattaliata was president of this university from 1952 to 1973, and this will become the John T. Rattaliata Engineering Center. And some great changes are going on there. I think you could, I'm not sure you can see it on a tour. I don't know, maybe you did have a tour of it, I'm not positive. But this is going to be a big thing for the university. Phase 2 is another $10 million. So we'll be coming around to you engineering graduates, and we'll be visiting you about Phase 2 down the road. Now,
good evening, everybody. Hello, happy homecoming. And for all the alumni in the room, welcome back to IIT. We're all glad you could join us this weekend. My name is John Massacoy. I'm a 4th-year business administration major here at IIT, originally from Liberia, West Africa. And tonight, I have the privilege of introducing the African Student Organization, also known as the ASO. Before they do a dance tonight, I just want to give you 3 points or 3 reasons why the ASO exists on campus. Number 1, we're a group that serve as a home away from home. So IIT has a lot of African students from different parts of Africa. So we serve as a group to kind of welcome those students here at IIT. Number 2, we are a cultural group. So we serve to kind of share our culture and our heritage with the campus. So whether it be through the food or through the dancing tonight or the beautiful clothing, we share our culture. And then number 3, we're grooming the future leaders of Africa that can go back home someday and combat all the problems we have or we may face. Tonight, our dance will kind of take you through Africa. We're going to start in Uganda. So the first opening session of the song will be a dance from Uganda. And then we'll showcase some Ethiopian moves and rhythms. And then towards the end, it's going to be a mixture of Nigerian and Ghanaian music as well and dancing. So welcome to ASO and enjoy the dance.
Child with terabanzurara yawacahakinyange we cyasize ikinyana burara ireho cyasize ikinyana cyamugabo w'igika burara ireho cyasize ikinyana barakinaga burara ireho barakinaga ukira bugacya burara
All my ladies, tumse, décale, décale. All my ladies, tumse, décale, décale. I get the money, thankful for all he has done. So me, I wanna have some fun.
Oya shocky, ha. Mami one more get to my yodi, ha. Money go out, go out, body, ha. All I want to do is to shocky, ha. Mami one more get to my yodi, ha. Money go out, go out, body, ha. All I want to do is to shocky, ha. 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 Shocky,
bandana. Sometime we the Godfather in a MBT we a ride armor. Me mommy other collect on the Godfather. Big up the creation, every get to your time. Every get to girl will not say me a number one. Dancehall king of the whole Ghana. The girl in my lead of the whole Ghana. Time movement team of the whole Ghana. Money maker steal of the whole Ghana. Dancehall king of the whole Ghana. The girl in my lead of the whole Ghana. Time movement team of the whole Ghana. Money maker steal of the whole Ghana. So me whopping it wide like Carter. When them know say S I'm still topper. That's why the girl them love shatter. Like Bob Marley bun them like ganja. So we never fall off a shaka we still bad. Speed them up coming more them can dry ya. Dance all of me tune when I watch fighter. Nose and knees and I rider. So me never run away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the 2014 Global Alumni Gathering. Let us give a big round of applause for the students who entertained us. My name is Raj Rajaram. I'm chair of the International Alumni Committee of the Alumni Board and planning this event for the last 2 years. I had a wonderful committee of alumni and staff from the Alumni Relations Office that worked very hard to put this together so that we all can come together, network, and reminisce, have fun, and thank the university that gave us a great start in life. I want to thank the international alumni who have come in from long distances from Asia, and I'd like request them to stand up and be recognized. International alumni, please. Mr. Hirano? Yeah. Thank you. Our program this evening will begin with a welcome by Provost Alan Cram, and Senior Vice President. He's Provost and Senior Vice President. And that will be followed by dinner and then entertainment by IIT students while we dine. President Anderson will give us an update on the Global University, and he will present the International Award of Merit to Dong Chai Lam Sam, who has come here from Bangkok, Thailand. And he will recognize a few others. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Provost Cram. Since 2008, Dr. Cram has been responsible for academic programs and furthering the mission of the university as provost. He also holds the distinguished title of Charles and Lee Finkel Professor of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. He was president of the American Institute of Mining and Metallurgical Engineers, where I was a member of Society of Mining Engineers for 25 years. So he is my fellow professional association member, and it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Alan Cram, Provost of IIT.
Raj, thank you very much for that invitation. Boy, is this a wonderful time for our university, and it's a wonderful celebration of who we are. Do you know that we have alumni in 141 different countries around this globe? I think that's amazing. We have 13 countries represented here in this global alumni weekend. We've got alumni from China, India, Thailand, Japan, Korea, and many others. It really is a pleasure to see everyone come back. You know, we've started having these alumni groups around the world, and it's been my pleasure to travel with President Anderson to Beijing for the inauguration of the Chinese alumni group, to Seoul, Korea, to see the Korean group. I've visited India to go and visit the groups there in Bangalore. I know we've had meetings in Japan. Unfortunately, I haven't done that yet, but I hope to do that in the future. And also, I know there's plans for meetings in Thailand. I think when we look at our university and we realize that our university is completely full of students from all over the world who are mixing with the students that are here, we see we are truly a global university. We're a university where people from around the world can come and be part of us and have an American experience, and we're a university where students from the United States can come and have a world experience. I think we're doing something very special. We have all the different cultures and countries, and everyone here is getting along tremendously well. We have no issues among the student body, among the alumni body at all. We're just a community of the world. And if this isn't what the university of the future is, there is no university of the future. I think that we're in a wonderful position. I think none of this is done without volunteers and people who really work hard all around the world and here, and we really appreciate everyone that's made this the success it's becoming. I just want to say on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Illinois Institute of Technology, welcome to Chicago and welcome back to your alma mater. Thank you.
Enjoy your dinner, and after that, President Anderson will be on the podium. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Hui Jinling and come from China, and now I'm a Master of Science in Material Science and Engineering. And now I bring a Chinese popular dance to here, and it's about love and flower. I will dance with my passion. Thank you.
种相思花自飘零水自流，两处闲愁独自寂寞上心头。梦回星星池畔，回忆灯火阑珊，一杯苦酒，恰似落花尽几时休。 问君几多愁，叹息双泪流。浊酒一杯，怎知情中无数的苦与愁？长夜漫漫，梦难酬，相思离愁。流连处你我，蓦然回首。但愿人长久，回忆满千流。敢问谁能奈何无情人间的拘留？明月不知离别苦，化作相思，何以解忧愁？叹息儿女情又如何？千里万里朝你奔走。 邀我明月山上水阔，没有鸟语花香，点点交风雨后。水梦里寻他千百度，化作嫦娥翩翩起舞。唯有落花翩翩随水波逐流。一种相思花自飘零水自流，两处闲愁独自寂寞上心头。 星星池畔，回忆灯火阑珊，一杯苦酒，恰似落花尽几时休。你好似一片落花，静静飘零在角落，又有多少人只想在人梦里眼泪流？有看过黄水落了青葱，也将泪划过，一杯苦酒，叹息山上水海，叹息儿女情。 千里万里朝你奔走，邀我明月山上水阔。唯有鸟语花香，点点交风雨后。水梦里寻他千百度，化作嫦娥翩翩起舞。唯有落花翩翩随水波逐流。一种相思花自飘零水自流，两处闲愁独自寂寞上心头。 情付寂寞。
everyone. My name is Mehal. I'm the president of the Indian Student Association, and we have a performance for you guys today that is inspired by actually the different regions of India. So we're going to be performing traditional Gujarati Ras along with Punjabi Bhangra, and then add a little bit of Bollywood flair. So a lot of our performers today are actually board members of ISA, and we're working really hard to try to keep the Indian community thriving on campus. And we really hope that you guys enjoy our performance today. Thank you.
सरस सरस सरस। हाँ, अगर ये था गुजरातियों का कमाल, तो उन देखो पंजाबियों का धमाल। यो फ्रैंके।
तेरी गोरियां गला दे करके दिल बैठने तली दिल ते भर के तेरी गोरियां गला दे करके दिल बैठने तली दिल ते भर के गईयां ने शर्तां लाइयां नी जेड़े सोची बैठे फिरदे ने मुंडे तेरे हुसन दे नी मुंडे तेरे हुसन दे मारे तेरे नाल नचण नूं फिरदे ने मुंडे तेरे हुसन दे मारे तेरे नाल नचण नूं फिरदे ने ਉਹ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁੜੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਦੁੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਖਰੇ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਆਏ ਹਾਏ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁੜੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਦੁੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਬਿੱਲੋ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਖਰੇ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੀਆਂ ਪਾਵੇ ਨੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਬੁੱਲੀਆਂ ਚੋਂ ਫੁੱਲ ਗਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੁਸਨ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੁਸਨ ਦੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੱਚਣ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੁਸਨ ਦੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਨੱਚਣ ਨੂੰ
बदतमीजी एक बीमारी है, ऐसी बीमारी जो धीरे धीरे वक्त के साथ बुढ़ापे में बदल जाती है। मैं कहता हूं जब तक बुढ़ापा नहीं आता थोड़ी बदतमीजी ही कर लेते हैं।
तेरे लिए ही तो सिग्नल तोड़ ताड़ के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के।
तेरी आंखों का इशारा मुझे
वैसे वैसे जोड़ जाड़ के घर वालों को भी बाइशाएं बोल बाल के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के तेरे लिए ही तो सिग्नल तोड़ ताड़ के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के तेरी गली में भी आना स्टार्ट कर दिया एक तेरे नाम अपना हार्ट कर दिया करने लगा आंख मटक्का तो आज बन गया पक्का
आज अभी मैंने तेरा बाई काट कर दिया तेरी सारी हरकतें मैं तो नोट करूं तुझे थाने में ले जाके मैं रिपोर्ट करूं
कर ऐसे फाइट तेरा मूड करूं मैं लाइट तुम जैसी मैं दिखा के फिल्म गोलमाल के घर वालों को भी बाइशाएं बोल बाल के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के तेरे लिए ही तो सिग्नल तोड़ ताड़ के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के
बदतमीज दिल मारे ना बदतमीज दिल मारे ना
नाम तेरा ही लिखाया मैंने वेडिंग कार्ड पे आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के
बदतमीज दिल मारे ना बदतमीज दिल मारे ना
चल मेरे लिए सिग्नल तोड़ ताड़ के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के
घर वालों को भी बाइशाएं बोल बाल के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के तेरे लिए ही तो सिग्नल तोड़ ताड़ के आया दिल्ली वाली गर्लफ्रेंड छोड़ छाड़ के
You can go ahead and introduce them. Please, we gotta move it along.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Caribbean Visionaries. Caribbean Visionaries is a cultural organization on campus. We represent the men and women from the islands, St. Lucia, Antigua, Jamaica, Grenada, Haiti, and Trinidad. Our motto is, many countries, one history, one identity, and most importantly, education for all. We strive to portray our vision for success by hosting academic, social, and athletic events on campus in hopes of sharing our culture and being an inspiration to all. In most Caribbean islands, Saturday morning is dedicated to Market Day. People from all over the island, rural and urban alike, congregate to sell their goods as a means of providing for themselves and their families. Contrary to popular beliefs, agriculture plays a pivotal role in the country's economy. The following scene illustrates a typical trip to the market.
I'm sorry.
At the market, vendors engage in conversation about various topics, including local folklore. Jumbi, Ligaru, and Sukaya are all elements of supernatural folklore throughout the islands.